Hey guys. Well, we are in the garage with the car. Sorry, my solder tool just fell. But we are in my garage with my car. Very much I'm just going to do this video today, get it out of the way so I can post it up. So you know what the car looks like now. I did do some work today. I'm going to do some more work. My sander's on the floor. I got sandpaper discs out. By the way, this is the hood for my car. It's all warped as shit, not repairable. So it's probably going to be junked. I'm just going to spray paint it black and give it to my brother so he can do his drawings on it or something, whatever he does. But I'm pretty much going to go around the car. I'm going to angle you downward a little bit without my laptop falling because it's in the garage. Pretty much going to walk you around the car, show you what's done so far to it. And then after that, there'll be weekly updates on what gets done. Other than when it's really, really cold, then I'll do an update inside my house. It is slightly chilly today, actually. 1 minute, let me pull up the weather. My phone's not even plugged into the laptop anymore. It is currently 39 degrees. So it is chilly. But it's fine for sanding, and I'm not doing any primer work or guide coats or Bondo on the car right now. Mainly, I'm out of primer from springtime. Sorry, you heard my tablet go off and it's connected to my radio. But I pretty much did all this work in the springtime, but it has to get redone. So like I told you guys, an asshole did the work, and the metal's all warped up here and everything. There was lead going between here. On this car, there was lead used back then in 1980. I'm not going to go through and do all the original work. I'm going to go through and cover this in Bondo. Any areas that lead used to be, I'm covering in Bondo. Helps just for me. It's easier work. I ain't trying to make it look all original or anything original. And yes, I do leave my windows down a crack, mainly so if I need to, I can get something in there, get the lock undone if I lock the door by accident and my keys are inside. But, like I said, when the body's done sanding, I'm not going to be sanding these doors here. Mainly because when I show you, you're going to see the big rust hole at the bottom of the door that's bubbling up really, really bad, and I could go through and kick my foot through if I really wanted to. Plus, there's rust in the rear quarter panels on both sides. Tailgate's all rusty on the inside, like I told you before. And also, another reason why I'm not using this hood is there's rust all underneath it. Actually, if you look, you can see it right in there. But I'm going to take you guys on a walk around the car at the moment. Show you what's going on so far with it after I open up the garage door more so I get better lighting in here, because I'm using shitty-ass garage lights that I hooked up a long-ass time ago. Back maybe like when I was 15 with my dad when he was alive. For you guys that don't know, my parents passed away 4 years ago. And I am 20 years old. But, time to go take you on a walk around through the car. So, pick you up. Angle the laptop so I don't drop it. Step over my sander. And open up garage door. Oh, bright light. Pretty much the engine bay. I need a carburetor. I don't know how well you guys can see this. Need a carburetor. This is the gas line. I just left it like this until I get the carburetor, so I know how much gas line I have to cut to be able to mount the carburetor to the gas line and everything. I don't remember if I told you guys, but a couple days or so ago, we found this filled with bleach, and my hood was always on here latched shut, and that hood was very difficult to take off because all the bends are in it now. So I don't know who got in here did this. There's coolant on the top. Probably burned my finger now. Who knows? Battery's disconnected. It's very weak. I'll have to charge it before I can start the car. I did just sand all this down. As you can see, all the paint dust on the bumper and everything. I'm working on this fender right now. I just finished sanding the top, and I'm starting here now, just trying to get all this down nice and smooth down the bare metal. Helps if I show you what I'm looking at. So I'm just taking it down the bare metal. I'm going to put a guide coat on it so I can see where all my highs are lower in the metal. And then after that, sand the guide coat so I know where my lows are and the highs, like I said. Put Bondo on the car wherever it needs it. And then after that, We'll go through, put primer on it. After the Bondo all cures up and hardens everything like it needs to be. Sand it down nicely. And then primer. Oh yeah, while we're over here, I'll show you the hole in the door. I don't know how well you can see this, but there is a hole in my door from rust. And on the other side, the same thing. The only good thing about this car so far that I found is that pretty much the interior of the car, except for the seats, are pretty garbage. They all got ripped up and something. But the front fenders and the front clip, pretty much the whole front clip's good on the car. And most of the suspension in that. This door right here has the same hole up in the front. Now when you come to here, there's a big old rust hole there, and a huge ass rust hole here. That I have to get patch panels for, and the patch panel is going to go across the whole side of the truck bed. On this side, I don't know about the other side because the other side doesn't have the big hole behind the wheel well. So my friend Tyler's going to tell me if I need that patch panel. I'm going to buy the one for now after I get the hood and the doors, so I can get those all set up for Bondo and everything. But like this big hole down here, if we look back there, it's just paint bubbling up now and falling off. But I do have to finish up front brakes and the brake line going towards the back. I do plan on changing everything to full-fledged disc brakes all the way around. I'm going to find you somewhere to set up again. But pretty much, I did do the truck bed of the car. That's all stripped down and primered. I'm not going to bother bondoing it or anything. I'm just going to put truck bed liner in there. If I feel like it needs Bondo, I'll go through and add a little bit harden before I do the truck bed liner. The interior of the car, I'm going to be replacing the bench seat that's in here. I'm going to close this garage door real quick. It's too bright in here for this. And so like as I was saying, the interior of the car, I'm going to replace the bench seat with something a little bit better where I can have an armrest or something. And I'm also going to take out the carpet, and I'm going to do a truck bed liner floor on the interior. Nice, easy to take care of, and I clean spills off of it easily if someone spills in my car. I got to put the radio back in the car and the air conditioning, and pretty much get that all situated. Fix my gauges, everything in there. Get air conditioning back in the car. I had to take out the old AC pump because it doesn't work anymore. It's all seized. But then I have to get my friend Tyler and some body tools so that way he can go through and fix this roof now. Thanks to my friend, he's got to pound out all the dents, make it straight again. So it looks nice. But then pretty much this whole car is getting worked on. I'm going to make the paint and the tires and everything. The car on the outside looks show quality. But underneath the hood is going to be a big-ass mean motor eventually. I still have to buy the motor. If you're wondering what block I'm going to be using, is a 350 Chevrolet Dart block. So they're supposed to be high for high horsepower, high torque, high RPMs they're able to handle up to. If built right, I should say. And I plan on putting 700 horsepower into it because it is a 350 Dart high performance block, I should say. And then in the back here, in the back of the car, there's going to be a Ford 9-inch rear end with posi differential. I'm just going posi. I ain't going to do the Detroit locking diff or whatever that is. Because mainly I don't feel like kind of slam my car, or throw my car in reverse and slam on the gas just to be able to do a burnout. We'll throw it in drive and then do a burnout. Too pain in the ass for me. I'm also going to get brake lock, so it locks the front brakes, but it leaves the back one side where I can just do a burnout easily. I'm going to be doing a custom exhaust where it comes out in front of the rear tires on both sides. The paint job my friend Tyler is doing and everything. I have everything almost that he'll need. I still have to get primer, the guide coat, Bondo, and the paint. And the paint is pretty much going to be following the whole body line of this car. Pretty much where this one solid body line here is right here. That you can see where my finger pointing at. From above this body line, and that's going to be a metallic red. And below that, it's just going to be black. And on this line, there is going to be a carbon fiber gray or something paint that separates it, just a line. It's pretty much just a line that's going to go through to separate it. But that's pretty much everything I'm doing in this garage. Today, I'm going to probably get some more sanding done on the fender today before I say I'm done for today. And then after that, I'll go inside, chill upstairs, watch a movie, play some video games, and then come out here tomorrow if the weather holds up good enough and get some more sanding done. Because we're only in January and the weather was good for right now, but February looks like it's starting to get a little cold. And I probably won't be able to do anything until March or April if it gets too cold. I wish spring would come already so I can get a shit ton of work done on this car. But by the way, guys, the primer I'll be using is an etching primer. But just to protect the car, I'm going to use a guide coat and everything. I'm just going to spray it on the car. I won't do anything until my friend Tyler's able to come over or do the Bondo work and that, but that won't be until after I get the new doors, the hood, tailgate, and the welder for the fenders. Well, not the fenders, but the rear quarter panels. So I gotta talk to him about this rear quarter panel. That means when he comes over to do that one, I'll talk to him, see if he just wants the half quarter panel for this front part to weld in, or if he wants me to buy the whole piece to just do it. Also, another thing is this car's going to be duty-badged, and it's going to have some custom badges in that you can buy at pretty much any store. I'll make a video on that when I go into the store to buy these things, and then I'll show you, like, if you are looking for something unique or some design to what to look for and something. So that way, the car, you make it your own style on that. Everything's going to be my own style, done to my liking. It's going to be 700 horsepower for the first new motor that's going to be in here, because right now this is a 229 3.8 liter V6. It's 229 cubic inch, 3.8 liters V6. And it makes 115, 120 horsepower. The torque I'm not sure about in that. But this car barely has any get up and go. I actually had to pump the gas 2 or 3 times just to be able to get it to speed up faster, because of how bad the vacuum leak and everything was. But when I warmed up and that, it had no vacuum leak. But, pretty much, it's almost like a restoration, except for the hood ain't going to be original. I'm putting a 4-inch cowl hood in the front. The rest of the car is going to have a nice paint job on it. It's going to look nice, be nice. And it's going to be a lot of fun, because you guys are going to be along on the venture. If any of you have any tips or anything for the car, maybe something you might think that looks good in that, just let me know. If you want to mail something to me, you can get a hold of me on my Facebook, which I will put in the link in the description. And pretty much you can just get a hold of me that way. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And if you want to send me something, I'll give you my mailing address and you can mail it to me. Just don't show up at my house, please. I don't need fans coming over to my house or anything. If I invite you over, that's a different story. Like if you live in the area, because I live in Michigan and stuff, so you have to live like close around my city. I'm not going to get my city out. Unless I invite you over or something, you live in Michigan. Shut up, tablet. But that's pretty much going to conclude this video a little bit. If you want to send me something for the car, just send it in the mail. A window sticker, an emblem thing, door locks or anything like that. I'll go through and put them on the car if they fit, match up, or if they're within the style I'm going for. If not, they'll get hung up on a wall or a board or something and get put up in the garage. So that way they'll be in the garage and that. Probably the wall like you're against and that will probably be the fan wall in the garage. For anything people send me in that, because until I can get a P.O. box, you guys are going to have to get my mailing address, which is for my house. Which, if you want to do that, like I said, contact me on Facebook. I'll give you my mailing address so you guys can go through and send me stuff. Nothing inappropriate, please. No glitter bombs or any of that shit. I don't feel like having to clean my room or anything. Or explain to my grandma or brother or sister what half the shit are. But, very much, anything that will help on the car, make it look nice or anything that you want to put on there, I'll try to contribute it to the car as it's getting worked on. Anything you, like I said, pretty much anything for the car. Really, I'll accept. fan art, anything. But for right now, sorry, I keep seeing an animal keep peeking underneath my garage door and it's driving me nuts. Hey, shoot. Fucking squirrel. There's a squirrel that always tries to get in my garage. I don't want eating the wires on my car. That's the reason why this garage door gets shut and this garage is locked now. But, pretty much, I'll keep you guys posted, updated every week. There'll be a new video as long as the weather, like I said, holds up and everything for this car. This garage ain't heated, so it's miserable working in here during the winter. Especially when I have a bag of manure in my area where I'm working. Very lovely. But, like I said, once the body's done, I'll be going through getting either Willwood or Brembo brakes on this car. All-around disc brake setup. Nice, neat, nothing wrong with it. And then we'll go through, get 16-inch rims for the back, 15s in the front. Like I said, drag tires are going to be on 15-inch rims for the back. Mainly because, like I said, you get drag tires for a 16-inch rim and they kind of are a little overkill size and they'll rub against everything. And the other thing is, though, is this car's also going to have a tube frame eventually, which will cost me 10 grand. Which is very lovely. But like I said, there'll be videos of, like, if I do something to the car, or, like the carburetor, if I get that, there'll be a video on the carburetor getting put on the car's first startup since 2 years. Like I said, I did put new oil in it back in September, October, August, like somewhere around there. Mainly just to get rid of the old gunky thick oil that was in there that was really disgusting. So it does have fresh oil in it just to keep anything lubricated. I do go through and crank the engine by hand right now to try and move some oil through it. That way these things are staying lubricated and the oil does move through the engine. Transmission on the other hand is getting rebuilt. I have to go, once this car runs in that, I'm going to attempt to drive it down to the shop with that transmission leak. I'll probably top off the fluid before I go anywhere. Mainly on account that it does not, I think, have any more fluid because it's not leaking anymore. So I'm probably going to have to put fluid in it before I drive it. And then I'm probably either going to take it to the Chevrolet dealership or the shop down the street from me where they'll send the transmission out and get it repaired. But I gotta go talk to them. I'll probably talk to them today about it. I'll run down there in a little bit after this video. Ask them about how much it's going to cost me to get the transmission rebuilt. He'll probably want to know what transmission it is, and that means I have to go through and figure out what fucking transmission's in my car. Because with these cars, I put, like, I think 2 or 3 different transmissions in here. So, I think it's like the Turbo 300 or something in there. I don't know. I don't know what Chevrolet put in there. All I know is that it's a 3-speed. 3-speed automatic. And the next transmission that's going to be in here when I put the new motor in is a Turbo 400. Because I could buy one from Summit that can handle the horsepower. If that one doesn't handle the horsepower, just pick up whatever one that'll handle the horsepower that's a 4-speed. A little bit faster, I'll get a different gauge cover in that. They'll just set up the gauge so it reads for that speed in that, because they have one that goes on my gauge that reaches up to 160 miles per hour. I don't think the car's going to hit 160. Not until I get like this 1200 horsepower motor in there next. Because after 700 I'm going to 1200, and then from 1200 to 1600, and then from 1600 to 2000, that's where I'm stopping. I think. I might go bigger depending if I feel the need for more speed and more horsepower. And to wake up my neighbors and make them pissed off at me. I already do that. Coming out here at 2 in the morning and work on the fucking car. My neighbors love me. No, they don't. But, like I said, you'll get updates in that as the car is getting built. Every week there should be a video, like I said, as long as the weather holds up. And if there's any catastrophes with the car, I'll put a video up that day about it. But like I said, right now, working on fenders. I'll probably stop for today now because it's getting a little too cold. It feels like the weather is dropping and that shit. I don't like it. I don't like cold. Sorry, I prefer my warm weather, nice weather, 60 degrees and higher. Maybe 50. But, like I said, I'll keep you guys updated, but I need to get out of here. I need to go take my laptop and all my shit back in. And that's that way I can run down to the shop and find out how much transmission rebuild is going to cost me. Because once the car gets running and that, I got to drive it down there to get it rebuilt. And then I'll come back and get more body work done. So at least I'll have a transmission and the engine back up and running. And then after that, it's pretty much set to go for complete body makeover. Everything done to it. Nice and neat. So when the car goes to the shop, guys, you won't have a video. I'll just give you updates from inside the house of the car and stuff. Pretty much on anything that's going on with it. Once at the shop, I'll let you know. And everything. Because mainly, I get transmission rebuilt, comes back, after the engine's back up and running. And then I don't have to push this heavy ass son of a bitch out of my garage to work on it sometimes then. Right now I'm only working on it because there's freaking a shit ton of wind outside, and I'm not pushing my car out there when especially it's supposed to rain today. And I'm stripping my car down to bare metal, and I don't want it getting wet because then it'll rust, and I have to go through and remove the surface rust. But I really do need to get out of here. I keep rambling on. So I will talk to you guys next week. Peace out.